I was 28 and thought I had my life together. A stable job, a decent apartment, and a girlfriend, C, whom I had envisioned marrying one day. We had been together for nearly 3 years. It wasn't perfect, no relationship is, but I was all in. I trusted her. Or at least, I used to. Lately, though, something felt off. You ever get that gut feeling, the one that whispers, something isn't right, but you don't have any solid proof? That was me. C had started acting differently, keeping her phone close, tilting the screen away when she texted. She suddenly had all these work trips and girls' weekends, but when I asked for details, she got defensive. I didn't want to be that paranoid boyfriend, so I tried to brush it off, convincing myself I was just overthinking. But then, I noticed something in our joint bank account. $3,000 gone in a single withdrawal. No heads up, no explanation. I tried to stay calm and casually brought it up. Hey, babe, what's up with this $3,000 withdrawal? You buy something big. She barely glanced up from her phone. Oh yeah, I booked a girls' trip with M&T. Like it was nothing. I stared at her, my voice even. A girls' trip? You never mentioned that. She rolled her eyes. I didn't think I needed to give you a play-by-play of my plans. That stung. I wasn't asking for hourly updates on her life, but $3,000 was a big deal, especially when we were supposed to be saving for a house. It's just, that's a lot of money, see? And we're saving, remember? She finally looked at me, exasperated. We'll make it back. Relax. It's not the end of the world. The way she brushed it off pissed me off. But I swallowed my frustration and let it slide, telling myself I was overreacting. Maybe she really just needed a break. That night, though, I couldn't sleep. Something didn't sit right. So I did something I'd never done before. I went through her phone. I wasn't proud of it, but sometimes you just know when someone is lying. And sure enough, there it was. Texts, emails, flight confirmations, hotel bookings. She wasn't on a girls' trip. She was going on vacation. With her ex. I sat there, heart pounding. This wasn't a last-minute decision. They had been planning this for weeks. Behind my back. It wasn't even about the money anymore. It was the betrayal. The sheer audacity of it. I could have confronted her right then and there, but something inside me snapped. I wanted her to feel the same shock, the same panic I was feeling. So I waited. I acted normal. I kissed her goodbye the next morning, even told her to have fun. The moment she walked out that door, I grabbed my laptop and froze our joint bank account. Hours later, my phone rang. "What the hell did you do?" she screamed. I leaned back in my chair, keeping my voice calm. "What are you talking about? My card's getting declined everywhere. What did you do to the account?" "Oh, I froze it. Thought that was the least I could do after finding out you're on vacation with your ex." Silence. Just her breathing on the other end. Then, "It's not what you think. Cut the crap, see. I read everything. The emails, the texts. You lied. You planned this whole thing behind my back." She stammered, trying to piece together some excuse, but there was nothing she could say. "Why?" I asked, my voice colder than I intended. "If you wanted to be with him, why didn't you just leave me?" "I didn't want to hurt you," she whispered. And that's when I laughed. A bitter, humorless laugh. "You didn't want to hurt me? So instead, you lied, stole our money, and went on a vacation with your ex? That was your brilliant way of not hurting me." She paused, then her tone changed. The guilt act was gone. "You know what? Maybe if you weren't so obsessed with saving for that stupid house, I wouldn't have had to do this. You've been so focused on the future, you forgot about me." I blinked. Was she seriously trying to make this my fault? "What the hell are you talking about? You couldn't have talked to me?" Instead of lying to my face, sneaking around like a coward. She sighed, irritated. "You just don't get it. I needed space. I needed time away to think. With him." My voice was sharp. "You needed space from me, so you went on a romantic getaway with your ex? Make that make sense." "He's just a friend," she snapped. "You're blowing this way out of proportion." I clenched my jaw. "Right. That's why you had to lie about it. That's why you had to sneak around." She didn't respond. I could practically hear her brain scrambling for a way to twist this. But I was done. "We're done," I said, breaking the silence. "Wait, what? You're breaking up with me over this?" She sounded genuinely shocked. "You lied. You used our money to go on a secret trip with your ex. What did you think was going to happen? You can't just leave me stranded here," she yelled, panic creeping into her voice. "How am I supposed to get home?" I felt nothing. No sympathy. No guilt. Just cold, hard reality. "Not my problem," I said. "You made your choices. Now deal with the consequences." And then I hung up. The days that followed were a blur. I moved out of our apartment, got my name off the lease, canceled every bill in my name, blocked her on everything: phone, social media, email. I was done. A couple of weeks later, I heard she was telling people I abandoned her, that I left her stranded with no money, making herself out to be the victim, like I had just up and left for no reason. Classic C. Always knew how to spin things. But I wasn't about to let her rewrite the story. So I told my side. The lies, the ex, the money. Some people were shocked. Others weren't. Most sided with me, though a few still bought her sob story. Whatever. Let them. It hurt, but not in the way I expected. It wasn't losing her that stung the most. It was realizing that the person I thought I knew never really existed. She had been wearing a mask the whole time, and I was just too blind to see it. But here's the thing. People will always show you who they are. You just have to pay attention. And when they do, you have two choices. You can ignore it, keep hoping they'll change, or you can do what I did. Walk away. Last I heard, C was couchsurfing at a friend's place because she couldn't afford rent. Apparently, she tried to get the money back from the trip, but the flights and hotel were non-refundable. Guess that's what happens when you blow $3,000 on a lie. I don't know if her ex even stuck around, or if he bailed the moment things got messy. And honestly, I don't care. What I do know is this: you can't control what people do. You can only control how you respond. And when someone shows you who they really are, when they lie, cheat, manipulate, you have to be willing to walk away. No matter how much it hurts.